YouTube, this is Aaron, coming at you live with another video. Today's been a rough day. It's been rough every day. It's been rough every day. I have such a hard time being vulnerable. I have such a hard time showing that I'm not okay. I just don't want people to look at me like I'm just some kind of lost cause, or like I'm just some kind of loser. But it's been really rough for me, these past couple days, and really today. A couple years ago, I was in a relationship. This was back in my senior year of college. We lived together. We went to Buff State, and they actually ended up kicking all the seniors off campus because they, I guess, had an influx of freshmen and they didn't have enough dorm rooms for us. So they kicked us all off campus. We had to find off-campus housing. A lot of us at the time weren't ready to live off campus. A lot of us at the time weren't ready to live on our own. A lot of us at the time were in relationships and felt like we basically just had to move in with our partner, right? We were young, 21, 22, we didn't know. And me and my ex at the time ended up moving in to a crib together. I had the credit, so I put it in my name, but we were splitting the bills. I had the credit, so I took out a credit card for our furniture. I completely furnished the house. New bed, new couch, new furniture in the living room. Probably cost like $4,000 to $5,000 in my credit card for that. We lived together for a while, probably 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, something like that, right? And there came a point in time in the relationship where I wasn't really super happy. Without getting into too much detail, we went through a lot of shit, and I didn't feel like she was the one. I told her, and she didn't really know how to take it. She didn't really take well to it, but I told her, I said, listen, we still have to figure this out, this whole living thing together. Not that we have to, but we really didn't have nowhere else to go. We were trying to finish out our senior year of college. And so I went to sleep on the couch in the living room, and she was in the room because we had a 1-bedroom. And there was a night where there were these 2 girls that I went to college with, that lived, before we moved in together, me and my girlfriend at the time. These 2 girls lived down the hall from me, and we actually had the same class for technology class. And I was good friends with them before anything else, before anything. And these 2 girls ended up actually rooming together and living down the block from me and my ex. It was a crazy coincidence. And one night, it's a lot of it's fuzzy, but I remember me and my ex at the time were talking in the living room, and someone knocked on the window. So I went to open the window, and there was the 2 girls, and they were waving hi. And I was like, hey, what's up? And they came to the door inside, and what happened was that in the complex that we lived in, across the hall from me was the weed man. He would sell weed and shit. And they was trying to cop because their weed guy wasn't answering. And so they knocked on the door, I opened it, and my ex-girlfriend is literally right behind me, and she's like, who the fuck are those bitches? You got bitches knocking on the door at my house. Meanwhile, it wasn't her house. Meanwhile, we were splitting the rent. Meanwhile, every piece of furniture in the house I paid for. She's sitting in the back, damn near open the door, I want to see him, being mad aggressive. And I never told this story because I felt like nobody would believe me. I felt like the world only believes the woman's side. I felt like the world only has empathy for women. Anytime that a man tells his story or tells his side of things, it's like, well, you're a man. Shouldn't you have done this? Shouldn't you have done that? It's not really fair. So I just never really told her. I felt like nobody would care anyway. But she's just being super aggressive and she's in the back and I'm like, yo, like chill, like what's up? Why are you like that? And they're just asking where the weed guy is. And I'm like, yo, he's across the hall, you can knock on the door. They're like, okay, cool, thank you. All right, thank you. I closed the door, that was it. And she starts blowing up. What the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking stupid, da da da. You think that you have bitches coming to my house, knocking on my door. You're fucking with them, aren't you? You fucking with them. Meanwhile, I've never done a thing with these girls. Ever. I haven't touched them, not a kiss. We haven't dated. We haven't talked about anything inappropriate. Nothing. But, of course, me and her already had our problem, so I felt like that was just like a catalyst. Like, she just started using shit. You know, I didn't want to be with her anymore. You know, we already were sleeping separate. It was just already a stressful environment. She was just using that shit as like a catalyst, bro. Right? But, she started spazzing on me. She started yelling, screaming. We getting in each other's face, like literally, like here to here, like yelling at each other, like, you know what I'm saying? And again, a lot of shit happened really fast. But I remember a couple of different situations. I remember, for some reason, like I guess maybe she stormed into the bathroom and I followed behind her and we were still arguing. You know, when you argue in the house with somebody, y'all follow each other into the room. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is real shit. I'm gonna keep it a band. Man, I know people are gonna sit up here, they're gonna judge and they're gonna have their opinions, but at the end of the day, when you're in these situations, you don't know what to do. You don't know what the right thing is. When you're 21, 22 years old, you don't have all the answers. When you don't have a parent around to fucking tell you what the right thing is to do and how to deal with shit, sometimes you don't know what to do. You just think that what you're doing is righteous or what you're doing is just real or genuine or just, you know? So I remember we're arguing in the bathroom and shit like that. And I close the door and we're standing like, and we're like in the bathroom talking, chopping it up or whatever. And I'm just trying to talk to her. I'm trying to calm her down because at that point in time, she's just like spazzing, bro. I don't know if this happened before or after. Like I said, a lot of it's hazy. I remember a time when like in that same night we were in the room and she was like grabbing stuff and she was throwing stuff. She was throwing stuff to textbooks, everything. And she threw a textbook and it hit me, right? And I was like, yo, what the fuck? I picked it up and I threw it back at her, right? Being petty, threw it back at her. She looked at me and she was like, I'm calling the police. And as soon as she said that shit, bro, I got terrified. I was scared. So I'm like, what do you mean you're gonna call the police? I didn't call the police when you got in my face. I didn't call the police when you pushed me. I didn't call the police when you was throwing shit at me. I didn't once ever even think about the police with you. I didn't call the police when your family and your brother and shit tried to fucking stab me and you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of situations that I felt like I should have known better. But me, I'm just such a protector. I just was trying to protect her. I never thought that I would do that to her. So when she said that, I kind of like freaked out. And I was like, no, you're not going to call the police on me. Just for what? So they can come and just blow. We in Buffalo, New York. These police out here are fucking racist. As soon as they see me, a black guy with tattoos and shit like that, they're going to fucking spaz. No matter what you say. You feel me? So boom. She got her phone out. She's trying to dial it, whatever. And I grabbed her phone. I'm like, no, you're not gonna get this phone back unless you promise me that you're not gonna call the police right now, because what you're doing is wrong. You're trying to weaponize them against me, and you're about to fucking sit up here and bald-faced lie just so that way you can get like, so that way you can win. That's what it felt like. She was just trying to like win. I grabbed the phone. Give my fucking phone back. I'm like, not if you're gonna call the police. You can have the phone back. I don't care, but not if you're gonna. It has nothing to do. We're not talking about cheating, nothing like that. It's just literally strictly about you trying to put a black man in jail because you're upset and you're being petty. Grab the phone, right? Arguing. I'm standing in front of the door, in front of the room door. She's like, get the fuck out of my way, move. I'ma tell people, I'ma go out there, I'ma yell help, I'ma get you in trouble, da da da. Literally, bro. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, you can't do that. Like, I'm literally sitting here like, you cannot do that. Like, that's not, like, right. You can't do that to me, right? Standing in front of the door. She gets mad. She's trying to push me out of the way. I get mad. I push her back. I'm like, no, like, back up, bro. Stop. Just sit down and just fucking relax, bro. You're dragging it. It's 12 o'clock in the morning, bro. And you're dragging it. Eventually, I end up getting out the way. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Here, go. I leave. I get in front of the door. She storms out. She opens the front door. She's again 12 o'clock in the morning. We're in December, the late December, bro. Cold as fuck outside. Opens the front door. She runs outside. Help! I'm like, wow, bro. Wow. She's really trying to, like, get me in trouble. Like, I didn't do anything to you. Why are you sitting up here lying to people? Why are you sitting up here screaming and yelling and act like, what are you doing? And nobody came outside. No, it was 12 o'clock in the morning. Nobody was outside. Nobody was, you know what I'm saying? So then she comes back in the house. Whatever. I closed the door again. I'm like, are you good? Like, what's up? Like, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you done? Like, are you done with all this, all the theatrics, all the fucking bullshit? Bro, since the beginning, just been overreacting, you're spazzing on me, bro. What's up? Like, now nobody paying no attention to you. Are you good? No, shit, it's not enough. Aaron, get the fuck out. I'm like, yo, bro, I pay bills here too. It's 12 o'clock in the morning at the end of December. Where am I gonna go? She don't care. Get the fuck out. She's fucking going in the closet, pulling out my clothes, throwing it everywhere. Get the fuck out. What the fuck did I say? Yo, and it's like, bro, there's only so much that niggas could take, bro. There's only so much belittling. There's only so much demeaning. There's only so much fucking aggression. There's only so much getting somebody's face. There's only so much pushing somebody that somebody could take. Especially when you grow up and that's all that you experience from women, bro. That's all I ever experienced from women my whole life. My mom beating the shit out of me since I was a kid for no reason, bro. For little shit, like putting too much toothpaste on a fucking toothbrush. For getting a bad grade in school. For just being. Kicking me in the face. Slapping the shit out of me. Hitting me with bats. Plastic. Wooden bats. Times I couldn't even go to school because I had fucking lumps on my head. Times when she would beat the shit out of me, put a belt, and then make me sit down on my bruises. I had bruises all up and down my leg. Couldn't even fucking show nobody at school. That shit is like triggering, bro. You know what I'm saying? My whole life, all I have experienced was just women that just constantly wanted to beat on me. Since I was a boy. That shit was triggering to me. And so, she's back in the house, she's throwing shit. She's trying to leave again, leave outside again to go scream and yell again. I stand in front of the door again. I'm like, yo, bro, I let you leave the first time and you went out there and you yelled and screamed for help. That's fucked up. You're not gonna leave again to do that shit again, bro. I don't care. I don't. Move. Get the fuck out of my way. Get out. Yeah. She just starts spazzing, bro. Then she starts punching me in the face. Punching me. She has a ring on, bro. I remember this shit looked like yesterday, bro. She had multiple rings on, bro. Hitting me in the face. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sitting there. I'm just taking it, bro. I'm just taking it. I don't move, bro. I don't move. I've been hit since I was a kid, bro. I'm used to that shit. I'm used to women getting angry. I'm used to women getting upset, getting emotional, and spazzing on me, bro. And putting their hands on me, bro. I've been that shit my whole fucking life. It's okay. Fine. Hitting me. I'm not moving. She's like, what the fuck? And we lived on the first floor of our apartment building. So she runs to the window. She opens the window. And she literally jumps out the window, bro. This bitch was crazy, bro. And she literally jumps out the window. And I'm just like, yo, bro, are you fucking joking? Like, what is wrong with you? What is your problem? Why are you doing this? Why are you just trying so hard to get at me? To fucking hurt me? What is it? What is it? Because I don't want to be with you anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was fucked up. He hopped out the window. She's outside now. Nothing happened. She literally goes outside, screams and yells for a couple minutes, comes back inside the house. Comes back inside the house. You gotta get out. I'm like, nah, bro, she's bugging. I call my dad. I tell my dad what happened. Yo, dad, he's wilding, she's yelling and screaming. She starts screaming on the phone. Yo, tell your son to get the fuck out. Meanwhile, my dad been a part of the relationship the whole time, so he's like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? It's 12:30 in the morning, bro. This bitch is spazzing. And at some point, I guess he's like, yo, Aaron, just get some stuff and just go somewhere for the night, bro. I'm like, all right, dad. I didn't know, I didn't know what to do prior to that moment because I'd never really been in a situation like that before. So if I would have known, just get my stuff and just go, just listen to her, I would have just did that. But I didn't know. As you know, I'm young, I'm stubborn too. I'm 22. I don't know, bro. I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, so I start packing my bag and I'm about to leave. She's sitting down on the couch. I'm getting my stuff. My dad's trying to talk to her, talk to the both of us. It's actually pretty calm right now. She calms down, she breathes, she relaxes. She's like, all right. But when I go to leave, you get a knock on the door. You go look through the peephole, it's fucking a bunch of cops. I didn't know my rights. I didn't know that you don't have to open the door for police if you don't have to. All that shit, like, So I opened the door. I didn't have nothing to hide. I'm not sitting here trying to fucking hide anything. I just didn't know. Like, I'm just sitting here like, okay. Open the door, and just a bunch of police, and they basically separate us. Like, they pulled me out into the hallway, and and she's in the house, right? And my dad's still on the phone the whole time. They're like, what happened? I explained what happened. I explained the whole story. Me and the cops in the hallway are literally like laughing back and forth, like we literally are in good rapport. They understand my side of the story. They see what happened. She don't have I've never put my hands on, she don't, no marks, I don't, bro, are you joking? I grew up with an abusive mother and never hit her. Never, ever put my hands on her. So why the fuck would I start doing that shit now? You feel me? Like, I know that sounds like a stupid justification, but at the end of the day, it's true. You know what I'm saying? I never know. What the fuck? No, hell no, bro. You crazy? My dad told me very well about that shit. So, yeah, fucking, we're outside in the hallway, we chopping it up, talking, laughing. The chief of police has my ex in the crib, I guess, by herself. And they're like, yo, if you could just call one of your friends or whatever, just pack a bag, and then you could just go over there. I'm like, I bet. So I'm trying to call some friends, see if I can go somewhere. And in the midst of that, the chief of police comes outside in the hallway, and he's like, put your hands behind your back. What? Which I'm just talking to the police right now. What are you talking about? Put your hands behind your back. Do as he says. He doesn't explain shit. I put my hand on my back, and he sits me down and basically puts me in the back of the car. Whole time I can hear my ex in the house saying, no, what are you doing? The chief of police didn't tell her that he was taking notes to arrest me for. All he said was, explain your side of the story. And as she was explaining, all he was doing was just writing down charges. He wasn't there to help. He wasn't there to defuse the situation. He wasn't there to do anything but arrest somebody. He wasn't there to help. He saw there was two college kids living together off campus, down the block from Buff State. And all he wanted to do that night was make an arrest. And although I'm the one that was getting hit, although I'm the one that was having to deal with trying to control a situation that was clearly out of my control, that I clearly should have just fucking went like this for, she didn't get in trouble at all. For nothing. She didn't have to take any responsibility for her actions. Ever. At all. They put me in the back of the car. And it was actually so fucked up because one of the cops came up to me that I was talking to in the hallway. He was like, a black cop, and he was like, yo, I'm really sorry about what's happening tonight. He said, thank you for not resisting arrest. He says, I'm sorry. I wish that there was more that I could do for you. It's not right now what's happening, but there's nothing I can do. That's the chief. He said, all right. And they basically tell me to take me to jail. Feel me? And even when I'm in the jail or whatever, I'm in good spirits. I'm not sitting there thinking nothing bad. I'm sitting there like, you know what, it is what it is, bro. Like, I don't know, like, at some point you gotta kind of accept your fate. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. You feel me? I'm in the jail shit. Cops there. I'm telling them like, yo, can I get my own cell? I was like, I'm a handsome guy. Can I get my own cell? They're cracking up, laughing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. They give me my own cell. All that. I stayed overnight. You know what I'm saying? Until the next day. Like, I don't even know what time it is, but they ended up transferring me from that cell to a different cell. They had me in cuffs in my wrists and in my ankles. Bro, I'm sitting there like, yo, bro, you would have thought I killed somebody, bro. You would have thought I really put hands on this bitch. Like, you really would have thought I violated, bro. But I didn't. And I basically had to go in front of the judge. The judge was a black woman, and I had a public defender, and I had a lawyer. And basically, I had all these fucking all these charges, bro. Apparently, prevention of 911 call because she tried to call the police. I didn't let her. They got me for unlawful imprisonment because I stood in front of the door when she was trying to leave. Although, for me, it was a valid reason. There's no valid reason, I guess. Like I said, these are all charges. I didn't even know that these things were fucking illegal. It's just passion. You're in a relationship. You're just thinking, like, this is just, like, like what you do. I don't know. And so, the public defender is like, yo, he's a veteran, prior service. He's in college. He's never been in trouble with the law in his life. This is clearly just like a relationship thing in which this thing got blown out of proportion. And my ex didn't come to court. Didn't come to the hearing. Didn't even come to tell her side of the story, to defend herself, to defend me, nothing. Didn't even show up. So even the judge was like, yo, she didn't even show up. She's not even here. Where's the defendant at? You feel me? And yeah, like, so the judge was like, the public defender was like, listen, what I'm asking is that this case gets sealed on the pretense that he goes to drug and alcohol counseling for a year, and he's basically keeps his nose clean on probation for a year. I don't have nothing to say. I don't even know how to defend myself. I'm just sitting there in front of the judge. She's like, that sounds good to me. Clearly, this is just a mistake. A couple of Buff State kids have been coming here lately, actually. I don't even know what's going on. She's like, I don't know what's going on, but this is like the third or fourth case that we've gotten in the past like month or two of Buff State kids coming here. We're having issues, we're having trouble with it. What's going on? And that was it. They put an order of protection in, so I actually couldn't even go back to the crib to get my stuff. But I called up one of my friends, and he had a moving truck or whatever, and I was able to go and get like I got like I think I got like a tabletop. Out of all the furniture, I still left her furniture. The idea was that she would just pay me half. Right? She kept the bed. I think I took the couch and like the table in the living room. Right, and that was it. And I just got the rest of my clothes. She was at work, so I went in there real quick. I got my shit and I left. At this point in time, when I got out of jail, I basically didn't have nowhere to go. So I got out of jail that day. I had a plastic, a Ziploc bag with my papers in it. And I went to Buff State, and I was in the Union, and I ended up seeing one of my friends, and I told her what happened, and she was like, "Yo, I always knew that girl was crazy, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Come stay with me." I went to stay with her for a couple days while I figured shit out, while I tried to get a place to live, shit like that. I ended up finding a crib to live in on Craigslist that needed roommates or whatever, and I ended up moving into that crib. You know what I'm saying? I had a credit card. I had to use my credit card to get like a new bed, to get like furniture for my little room or whatever. And I feel like I was just starting my life anew. All this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Shorty's still texting me. We're still kind of dealing with each other a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that. So it's like, to me, it's like, bro, for all that, she's still apologizing to me. She's still like, yo, I'm sorry. I feel like I blew that shit out of proportion, and you had to go to jail, da da da. And now you probably hate me, da da da. Just like psychologically, like manipulative, just like, you know what I'm saying? My mom used to do the same shit to me. Would hit me, would beat on me, would do something to me, then afterwards come apologize. Tell me it's okay. Say sorry and shit. And my little boy heart don't know how to take it. All I know how to do is just forgive. You know? So I eventually ended up moving on from her. Like, I got in like another relationship or whatever, and we moved on, so on and so forth, right? I went to my drug and alcohol counseling. I was going to counseling for a long time. I wasn't drinking, I wasn't smoking. This is my senior year of college, so I was pledging for my fraternity. I couldn't even drink during then. I didn't drink when we celebrated. Nothing, you know? This was back in 2018, right? And the reason why I'm even telling this long ass story that I'm bringing this shit up is because I told you guys that I was trying to get another job doing like substitute teaching, because right now I'm just driving Uber. I've been having a lot of like mental issues, like, you know, I've been having a really hard time just keeping a full-time job. Like, my jobs love me. I've never been one to like not perform well, but like I just, like, after a couple of months, I just wake up and I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing there anymore. I just don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know why I'm there. I don't know why. I don't want to be there anymore. I just, something about it, I don't know. It just feels pointless. It feels like I'm just doing the same thing every day. Like I'm just another cog in the machine. And so I end up usually quitting my full-time jobs and shit. And I've had great jobs. I have a degree in computer information systems. I have a degree in IT. You know, so a lot of people wish that they, you know, they're like, Aaron, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Why you would do that? But they don't. I have a lot of like mental stuff going on with me, bro, and whatever. So I basically have been trying to get into substitute teaching, and they wanted me to get a police background check. Now my shit was sealed, so to my knowledge, my shit has never come up on a background check, even when I was going for Uber or anything. I've had to do many background checks. But this time, I guess, I did the background check yesterday, and this is what ends up coming up. This is my rap sheet from that night, where I was charged with unlawful imprisonment, second degree, and criminal mischief, prevention of emergency call. This is my mugshot. This is my first time ever even like seeing my mugshot. I've never seen it before. And this shit just like, seeing this shit got me in a really like fucked up place right now. I think, like, in my heart, in my soul, like, ever since yesterday, it's just really been fucking with me. Like, it's been hard for me to like wrap my head around all this shit, bro. I feel like a lot of old traumas coming up, a lot of old shit, a lot of old pains coming up that like I kind of never really like dealt with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a criminal, bro. I'm not. Oh, I felt all my life I've just been wrong, bro. I was adopted from birth. My mom was on drugs. Dad was in jail. My mom got me back just to beat the shit out of me every single day because she wanted me to be this kind of person that I wasn't. She pushed me really hard to do well in school. You know what I'm saying? And I was always getting hit with everything for as long as like I remember and she was always doing drugs. She was always drinking. She was always doing drugs in the house, hard drugs, drinking. Until one night I was taking a shower. I was 17 years old, and she wanted me to go get her some Chinese food. I got her some Chinese food, and because it wasn't to her liking, she came in the bathroom and she opened the shower curtain on me and proceeded to tell me about the Chinese food and why she didn't like it. And I could see in her face, she's fucking drunk as fuck. And like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, and that was like the last straw for me, bro. I felt emasculated. I felt like emasculated, bro. I was butt naked, bro. 17 years old, bro. My mom opened the fucking curtain on me because of Chinese food. I went to go live with my aunt for a little bit, and I ended up going to the military. And when I was in the military in boot camp, my mom was killed. So I didn't really get the chance to even like fix shit with her. You know, we didn't get a chance. She didn't get a chance to like redeem herself. Like, I didn't even get a sorry for anything. That shit fucked my whole mental up. Like, I tried to stay in the military and shit, but I was going to therapy or whatever, and I just didn't want to do it no more. I just couldn't do it no more. I couldn't do it no more. And I ended up getting out with an honorable discharge. The therapist helped me out and got me out with an honorable discharge because he understood my circumstances. And I went to go live with my best friend Louis. I went to go sleep on his couch for a bit, and then I ended up going to college at Buff State because they had dorm rooms where I could live there. And that was my story, bro. I've been in Buffalo ever since. You know, I didn't go home on Thanksgiving. I didn't go home. You know, she was killed on Thanksgiving Day. So, you know, Thanksgiving is really hard for me. Christmas is hard for me because her birthday is December 15th, right? So, you know, Christmas is hard for me. I normally get like a seasonal depression around Thanksgiving and the December time. In fact, I got arrested in December. At the time, I was very depressed. Drinking, I was smoking a lot. Like, I was just depressed, bro. My mom just died 3 years ago. Was killed 3 years ago. And my her dad died when she was young. So I feel like we kind of trauma bonded in that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not on here to badmouth nobody, bro. But it's like about telling your side of the story, bro. It's about shit just feeling so unfair. The world just feeling like it has something against you, bro. A lot of time, bro, I just feel like the world has some shit out against me, bro. And it's like, I'm trying not to think that way. Cause I be feeling like every person can make a difference in their life. But it's like, bro, when shit just happens to you back to back to back to back to back to back to back, after a while, bro, you just start to fucking like lose your mind, bro. You know? Start to fucking lose your mind. And like, I feel like I'm spiraling, bro. I feel like I don't got nobody to talk to. I feel like everybody just sees me and they see this smart guy. You know what I'm saying? They see this guy that just has it all figured out. They see me do good things, and it's like every good thing I do is another reason why I don't need any help. But really, it's like I don't know what else to do but good things, or else my life feels like a fucking failure. Maybe all this shit is coming up right now because I'm not smoking right now, you know? It's like I'm just not smoking. I'm not, and even with all this shit happening, these past couple days I haven't been smoking. I'm still stuck to it. So this is day like 10 or something. What's today? Friday, 7. Tuesday would be 8. Wednesday would be 9. Thursday would be 10. Friday, day 11 actually. It's just been a lot, bro. And I woke up this morning at 3 o'clock to go drive, and I couldn't even do that. I just stared in the mirror at myself like an hour, just thinking about shit. And then, you know, all type of shit was going through my head, bro. A lot of times I don't even want to be here no more, bro. I don't want to live. But it's like I'm too pussy to hop off a fucking bridge, bro, and it bothers me. Because if I could just kill myself, I wouldn't have to worry about all this shit anymore. None of this shit would matter. If I just wasn't so fucking scared. And I just broke down crying this morning, and I just ended up just going back to bed. And I just woke up now, and I was like, I need to talk. So I'm making this video. And I'm just now realizing it's fucking 35 minutes long, and I'm so sorry. But this is like my story, man. This is some of the shit that I've been through, and there's a lot on one person's head, bro. There's a lot on one person's heart. But talking about it in this way maybe helped a little bit. I say this to say, like, I'm just trying to stay strong, bro. Trying to stay strong through all this shit. I'm trying to just, you know what I'm saying? Just be strong, bro. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying not to make any excuses, bro. I'm trying to just, you know, be Gucci. But seeing that rap sheet, bro, having that shit come up in a background check, having that shit possibly stop me from being able to do substitute teaching, it's just crippling, bro. It just feels like everybody gets away scot-free, bro, and nobody has to take accountability for their actions. My mom got killed, didn't even have to take no accountability for her actions, for her wrongdoings. Like, you feel me? My ex probably out there living her best life without me, bro. It's like sick, bro. It's like, when does anybody else go out? Why did everything have to happen to me? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Was it just because I was born in this world? I'm just bound to suffer? You know, it's like, shit just fucks with you. I have a headache right now, and I don't really feel like talking anymore. And yeah. So, this is Aaron Turner. YouTube. I'm just talking. Yeah. I'm gonna holler at you guys, man. Day 11. Peace.